let's see. Okay, yeah, I think that's right. Let's see. We're in the month of May now. It's May 11th. The quarterly report for WordAds revenue should be due in June, but I believe the last one I did was also a bit early. My current earnings for the website since starting a monetization in March of 2024, so just about 2 years ago, is $180. It took about a year before I received my first $100 payment. And now I currently have $74 outstanding here. I should be able to hit $100 again for the next payout. That is the threshold for receiving redemptions from WordAds. It's needed to reach $100 on the ledger. Currently, I'm averaging under 1,000 ad views for most days of the week. This is after I had the reduction in content on the site last year. If we look at the monthly chart, it was in November last year when or near the end of October, the start of November, where I ended some of the site content, and that was the last month in which I received ad revenue above $10. You can see in December my ad served dropped down to just 12,000, and the revenue dropped to less than $5. And that continued for some time. I did have an improved traffic in February. If we look at November though, let's see if it shows insights. No, it doesn't. Well, anyways, see the last 3 months. So in March, I had 17,000 ads served with a revenue of about $450. That did increase just last month. I did manage to break the 17,000 for, I think February and March, it was around 17,000. A revenue of $538. I'm hoping to get the revenue up to $10 per month in order to handle the hosting costs for the site. If I can manage that, then I likely will not move the site. But if I don't make that goal, probably by the end of this 3-year period on my plan, I will move to a new hosting provider. Most likely Host Koala. I do have my travel blog on Host Koala. But I am doing good for this month. We're only in the 11th day now, and I have received 9,000 ads served. So I'm expecting to probably breach the 20,000 ad views this month, possibly hit 25,000. So I am starting to see the traffic numbers increase after the reduced site content. And you can see here on the monthly chart, starting in December, we did see that drop to 427. And then January and February and March were all under $5 other than the February. But ads served, you can see here, 12,000 and 17,000. So that number is improving, but it's nowhere near the numbers that I had previously before I ended out the site content. Especially in 2025, that was a very good year. If we look at the traffic to the site now, and we'll switch this to the monthly. And it was in November where I closed out some of that site content. Oh no, it was before that. October. Well, it doesn't show it anymore, but there was a line item here above that had views well into the thousands, 20, 30,000 views. that just sort of lumped together all the removed content in a single category, but that has fallen off now. But yes, in October I had 164,000 views on the site, and it was much the same the previous months. And then in November or sometime at the end of October, I did remove that content. And then that dropped my views down to 42,000, and then the month after that, under 10,000 views. And then if we look at the top site pages that did get traction, I did have the Fabletown offer that I did for swag bucks. There's the wiki for Puzzles and Chaos. And then there was a game guide for Sea of Conquest and Lumber Tycoon. Those two were fairly good. And then I had also the wiki for Twilight Sun for Game of Vampires. If we move to, what was that, December, Fabletown stayed in the lead, followed by Puzzles and Chaos. Moving to, I think it was March, was it? Yes, in March I had started, or early February, I started building the wiki for Dragon Traveler, and then around sometime in March, started getting active traffic to that. Initially starting with some traffic from Reddit and the Dragon Traveler Discord. But then I very quickly got picked up by the Google search engine. So most of the traffic for the wiki did come from the Google searches. And then in April, that started to really snowball. So Dragon Traveler, the wiki, has got the most traffic now. And I am continuing to work on adding more to that. I did also put together the Victory Girls wiki a couple months back, but there hasn't been as much traffic to that game. There do seem to be several issues with the game, bugs, and then there's also just sort of content that hasn't been finished off. The storyline sort of ends at some point in the progression, and many of the power users and whale players have gotten to the end of the game, and they're looking for more content, but there just isn't anything. And then of course there's also those bugs, so that's sort of holding the game back and also holding the wiki back. So that's about it for the last 2 or 3 months, and then that site content being removed. But otherwise, things are going good with the site. Additionally, I did break off the travel stuff into a separate website that's on Cassandra.com. This is Fat Wallet Refugee. The travel blog hasn't received any traffic yet. I'm still working on fixing many of the issues with the migration. Many of the pages that got moved over were not properly migrated. I did select the option to have all the URLs changed, but that did not occur, and so I had lots of redirects that weren't working properly. And it was just a mess. Google hasn't picked up that site at all. I have tried to manually approve some of the web pages, but that hasn't worked either. Probably sometime by June, I might decide to just cancel that site altogether and give up on travel blogging and just focus on the gaming blog. I had set a cutoff date of May for that, but that didn't really work out. I had some other things come up, especially with the eBay business. So I've pushed that deadline back to June. But if June comes along and I haven't got any organic traffic to the travel blog site, I will stop that. Things are going good with the eBay business. I've got 4 brand channels that I'm selling products through. I've got La Femme First with the women's wear, Golf for Less with golfing apparel, mostly men's shorts. King Castle Home Improvement, that's got water filters, printer ink, and some automotive and hardware items. And then just my general sales channel is Fat Wallet Refugee. I have been in contact with the eBay business development team in regards to a Golf for Less, getting onboarded for live selling my golfwear items. I was speaking with one agent, and my case has been moved ahead to a second agent now, so I'm just waiting for getting word back from them. It's been about maybe a month since I first started talking to them about this. I believe the apparel and golfing stuff is sort of slated for a bit later in the year. Initially, they start out live selling with jewelry and trading cards and sort of knickknacks. I've seen a lot of junk on there, but that seems to be quite popular. Hopefully, the golfing supplies and other apparel channels start doing live selling soon. I'm looking forward to that. But that's about it for the update for the site and the traffic and WordAds revenue. Thank you.